Class 9. Let's see the main points of the rest of the lesson. A horse and two goats. Poor Muni was waiting for the sunset to go home because he was hungry. He did not eat anything the whole day. But if he went early, his wife would not give him food. She also must be given enough time to cool her temper. He was sure that she should borrow or beg and manage to get some food. He noticed a new sort of vehicle, like both a motor car and a bus, coming and stopping in front of him. It was yellow in color. A foreigner in khaki clothes got down from it and asked Muni if there was a gas station. He noticed the statue of the horse and wondered and said, "Marvelous." Muni was very afraid and wanted to run away as the man was in khaki clothes, thinking that he was a policeman or a soldier. But he was too old to run, and so he cursed his age. He knew only two English words, yes and no. The red faced man started talking to Muni and offered him a cigarette. Muni always wanted to smoke, but only once he could do it when the shopman gave him one on credit. Now he understood that there is nothing to worry as the man has offered a cigarette to him. The foreigner talked about himself in English and Muni said his story in his own mother tongue, that is Tamil. After some time, the foreigner presented his card. Seeing the card, once again Muni was afraid, as he thought that it was an arrest warrant. He was afraid of Khaki because a few weeks ago a body was found mutilated and thrown under a tamarind tree at the border between the villages Ritham and Kuppam. He said that if they find any wicked fellow, they bury him up to his neck in a coconut pit if he tries to run away. The foreigner is surprised that Muni doesn't know English. He told Muni that he had to work in his office for 4 hours without AC and electricity, etc. That day he decided to visit other countries. Thus the conversation went on in their respective languages for some more time. Muni said that the village priest can see the face of the thief in camphor flame and when he is caught, he would be chopped. Seeing the gesture of chopping, the red man told his experience of chopping wood and was ready to chop wood for Muni. It was his hobby and he did it on Sundays. Muni tried to escape from there, but the red man caught hold of his shoulder and demanded the statue. Muni talked about the horse and himself. He couldn't go to school as those days only Brahmins were allowed. He had to work the whole day and only on Pongal day he was allowed to go and play with his friends. So he could not learn English. Now the foreigner gave him another cigarette. He smoked with ease. Then he started talking about the business. He admired the statue of the horse. According to Muni, the horse was their guardian. At the end of Kali Yuga, when everything will be destroyed, the Redeemer will come in the form of a horse, and this statue will come to life and kill the bad men. When the great wave rise up from the ocean. The horse will grow bigger and carry all the good people on its back and save them. The foreigner said that he would shift his bookcase from his living room and keep the statue there after buying and taking it to his house. The foreigner started bargaining and said that he could give only 100 rupees for the statue as he is not a millionaire. He can afford to buy only 60 minutes of TV time in a month. He hopes to sponsor a 1 hour show in future if the sales go up. He plans to take the horse in a boat, keeping in his cabin, and he would send his wife by air. He likes to take the soldier also, but there is no space for him this year. He asked Muni to help him to lift off the pedestal and place it in his wagon. The foreigner fixed the price for buying the statue of the horse. But Muni, without knowing anything, went on talking. He told him that God might have blessed him with a number of children, as he is a good man. Why did Muni feel that he is a good man? Because he was very kind enough to stop and talk to Muni for a long time and even gave him cigarettes. Muni asked how many children he had with a gesture, and red-faced man thought that he wanted to know how much he could pay for the statue and showed him a 100 rupee note. Muni now thought he wanted change and said that he would get it from the village headman who is also a money lender. Muni can't go to him as he is not in a good terms with Muni. He thinks that Muni and his gods have taken his pumpkins. The foreigner looked at Muni's gods and thought to show an interest in them. He stroked their backs. Now Muni understood that he wants to buy his gods. Muni had a dream to sell the gods and open a small shop. With that money, he would sell dried nuts, colored sweets, and green coconut for the thirsty. The foreigner gave him 100 rupees in tens. Muni told him to take them after he goes away, or they may not go with him. He was happy that they got a chance to travel in a vehicle. Muni went away. The foreigner thought that he went to bring someone for help. The foreigner waited for Muni for a long time, but Muni did not come back. When a truck came, the foreigner stopped it and, with their help, took the statue and, taking some gas from them, left the place. Muni happily reached home and showed the money to his wife. She snatched it from him and counted. She couldn't believe it. She thought that he stole the money. When he said that he sold the goats and got the money, they heard the bleating of the goats. He was puzzled. He got angry and scolded the goats. His wife decided to go home to her parents since she was afraid of the police. Children, this is not enough. You have to read the textbook and the workbook very properly to answer all the questions in any of your examinations.